Hey, good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. So the 10-year, 3389. It's kind of banged around all day. Didn't move a whole lot one way or the other. So, lower than where we ended yesterday. So good news, 3389 is what we got. What did I do today? So the day was interesting. I worked on jumbo investment property. I worked on standalone equity line for a past client. And I worked on with another past client, talked to him about recasting. So the jumbo investment, like any investment property, where the client called and again, past client of ours, she bought some other stuff and liquidated, and now she's looking to purchase a new investment property, and says, "Hey, could I qualify for this?" It's a pretty big number, but regardless of the loan product type, with investment properties. If you haven't had investment properties in the past, right? So you're not going to tax returns to show profit and loss on Schedule E. You can do when you get the appraisal done, you get an operating budget, and you get a rent roll or a rent comparison, right? And you can use, if you don't have a lease, and you can use 75% of that number to offset the mortgage payment. So, the good news is you don't really need a boatload of money, income sometimes. If you don't have any debt and some other things, let's just say all that's normal. You can, if your debt ratio right now, you can, theoretically buy an investment property, have a lease or a rent comparison that says, hey, you can get X and your note's only this, and not add a nickel to debt ratio, right? So, that's something we talked about, or maybe not everybody knows it. So anyways, that's it. So if you have any questions with regards to buying a rental property or an investment property, give me a call. We can talk through it, right? Talk to, again, standalone equity line. So I have a client that bought her home a year and 2 years ago, right? Or something like that. Has a really low interest rate, got in that 2021 craziness, right? And young lady, and was looking to pull a little bit of money out. And the last thing we want to do is do a cash out refinance and take her rate from, 3.5% to 6.5%, right? So just looked, she didn't want a lot. So we talked about doing a little standalone equity line. And I'm not going to do it. Our company can do it. I gave her a little website, said, look, your best thing is hold on to that great interest rate you have, and here's a little bit of money to do whatever it is you need to do with. Do the application. Let's go ahead and get yourself a small little equity line. So she has a first lien now and a second lien, and she can pay that thing down whenever she wants, right? And then thirdly, a client called the other day and said, hey, Jeff, I'd like to throw about $100K at my mortgage. So can I refinance? And I said, hey, slow down. You had good credit. You have a conventional mortgage where what we do is recast, right? And so for a small fee, for us it's $300 because you have to redo some paperwork and that kind of stuff. Do it as many times throughout the life of the loan, but said all you have to do is just reach out to our recast department, say, hey, I want to recast. Somebody give $100,000. They'll lower your principal by $100,000, and they'll recalculate your payment off that new lower principal, right? Without refinancing. So he had a great rate again. You didn't want to touch the rate. And this way he can hold the rate, recast down to the lower, and have a much lower mortgage payment. That's what he was looking to do. So got that. So that was it. 3389 on the 10-year. Jumbo or really any type of investment property, 25% down for the down payment. And then you can reduce the payment or the exposure to debt ratio by 75% of either a lease or the rent comparison from the appraisal, right? The lesser of the two. And then we have recasting. So if you have any questions about anything like that or any other mortgage questions, 404-915-6834 or glickmortgage.com. Have a fantastic evening. Take care.